Introductory activity, weighted averages, ratios, and proportions. Question 1, write the ratio as a ratio of whole numbers in lowest terms. So here I have a ratio of 80 cents to $1. I wrote it as a fraction. Then I cleared the fractions by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 100. And it gives me 80 over 100 here, which simplifies 8 over 10, which simplifies to 4/5 for my final answer. In this case here, solve the proportion. They give me the proportions. 49 over 27 is equal to 38 over x. So I wrote out my proportion, and I cross multiply and divided. So I had 27. So I had 27 times 38 is equal to 49 times x. And I divided both sides by 49. I end up with 2149 for my final answer. Question 3. An employee pays $425 towards health insurance, while the employer pays $375. What is the ratio of the employer's contribution to the employee's contribution? So I have 375 to 425, and as a fraction it simplifies to 15 over 17. Okay. What you can do here is look at it like this as far as simplifying. You have 375. You see they're both in 5. If you look at it like it was money, you have 375 and 425. You can divide over both of them by 25. Like they were quarters, you end up with 15 over 17. You can look at it that way too. That was number 3. Let's take a look at number 4. Solve the proportion. I wrote out the proportion there, and I cross multiplied and divided. So I had 46 times 38 divided by 36, which gives me 48 to 56 for my final answer. Question 5. Write each rate as a fraction in lowest terms. So I have 30 over 1 feet per second, so I have 30 over 50, which simplifies to 3/5. If you drive for 2 hours and travel, what is your rate? Do you want the rate in terms of miles per 1 hour? So I have here 70 miles in 2 hours. So I want to find the unit rate per 1 hour. So I divided numerator and denominator by 2. So I end up with 35 miles per hour. That was number 6. Which is a better deal? We have to find the unit price. So I have $7.79 for 12 kilograms or $10.29 for 16 kilograms. So if I find the price per unit, so I have $7.79 for 12 kilograms and $10.29 for 16 kilograms. So I divide, for the first part 1 here, I want to find the unit price, so I divide the numerator and denominator by 12 to find the unit price. Okay, and it gives me that number there, 0.64 cents per 1 kilogram. Then I do the same thing for the other price. Find the price per unit. In this case, I divide the numerator and denominator by 16. And that gives me the price per unit. And you can see which one is smaller. That's the cheaper deal per kilogram. So in this case, this one here is smaller. So that tells me that the better deal is going to be 10.29 for 16 kilograms. What was number 7? Number 8. Find the unit price if necessary. Round your answer to the nearest penny. You would enter the answer like 49 cents per pound. Put 0.49 in the first box and pound in the second box. Okay. So I have what do you have here? $6.99 for 6 ounces. So you want to find the unit price per ounce. So I have here as a fraction. I have my fraction here. And I divide my numerator and denominator by 6, and it gives me the price per ounce, which is $1. Rounds to $1.17 to the nearest penny per ounce, and that's my answer. And that was question number 8. Number 9. Express the following rate as a fraction of lowest terms. You will enter an answer of 12 feet per second with 12 feet in the boxes above the fraction bar and 5 but in the bottom boxes. Okay. In this case here. So I have 4.5 feet for 4.25 minutes. So I have 4.5 feet for 4.25 minutes. So I wrote it as improper fractions here. So since I have a fraction divided by a fraction, I write that out. 9 halves divided by 17/4. You flip the second fraction and see if anything cancels out. And multiply it across here. 4 times 9 is 36. And 2 times 17 is 34. And that simplifies to 18 over 17. Okay. So 18, the unit is feet. 17, and the unit is minutes. And that's my final answer there. For number 9. Ratio of two numbers is 9 to 8. The sum of these numbers is 85. What are the positive difference of these two numbers? So ratio of the two numbers. How 9x is to 8x. I know that the sum of the two numbers is 85. Okay. Okay. So 9x plus 8x is 45. Add these together, 17x is 85. If I solve for x, x is equal to 5. You can plug back in and see that 9 times 5 is 45. And 5 times 8 is 40, and that adds up to 85 there. But they're looking for what is the positive difference between these two numbers. And the difference between the two numbers is what? 5. That was number 10. Number 11. Joe worked 2 hours and packed 5 cartons. Bob worked 8 hours. He packed 21 cartons. Who packed the most in cartons per hour? You got to find the unit per hour. Units per hour. So I have my ratio here. 5 cartons per 2 hours, and the rate for per hour is going to be dividing by 2, numerator and denominator. So I end up with 2.5 cups divided by 1 hour. And the next one here, 21 cups for 8 hours divided by 8. And I end up with 2.63 cartons per 1 hour. So in this case here, it looks like Bob packed the most cartons per hour. In Dallas, the tax on a property assessed at $620,000 is $8,060. If the rates are proportional, how much tax would be on $600,000? So here, choose the proportion you would use. This is the proportion here, where I have 8,000 is to 620, and then I have here excess is 600,000. So we know that if 8,000 is taxed for 620,000, how much tax is going to be charged on 600,000? So I cross multiply and divide it. So that's 600,000 times 8,000 divided by 620 gives me $7,800. The student's grade for homework is 64. 1 and 2 have scores of 98 and 60. The final project 93. If homework is 20%, tests are 10%. What is the student's grade in the course? So I filled it out here. You see the weights added to it. Then I simplify my numerator. Here. And I divide it by 20 plus 10 is 30, 40, 65. And it gives me a 79.8 average. A U.S. Geological Survey map is a scale of 1 to 22,500. If the two buildings are 3.66 miles apart, how many inches are they on the map? Okay, so 1 inch on the map is 22,500 inches in real life. Okay. And we see there how many miles apart they are. There you are. So in this case here, you see that 1 mile is 63,360 inches. And we have 3.6 miles here. So how much the distance are they apart? So that 3.6 miles times 63,360, and that gives me the total number of inches there. In this case, the total number of inches is 231,000. Inch 97.6. That's how many inches they are apart. So we want to know how far apart are they on the map. Okay. So we can set up a proportion here. 1 inch on the map corresponds to 22 inches, 22,500, and we have 231,000. So we can set up a proportion here, cross multiplying. And dividing, we end up with 10.300656 on the map for our answer. So take a look at this again. 1 inch corresponds to 22,500 inches in real life. Okay. And we know that 1 mile is 63,360 inches. And in real life, they are 3.6 miles apart. How many inches is that? How does that correspond to the map? So we got to find out how many inches is that going to be in real life. So 3.66 times 63,000 gives me 231,000. That's how far apart they are in real life. So here we use this, set up a proportion, 1 to 22,500. X is to 231,000. 297. So you can cross multiply and divide, and it comes to 10.30656 on the map. And that's the answer number 14. And that is the last one.